Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is another RE Geeks show. This is going to be absolutely stinking amazing. I got my incredible co host, Michael Field, in here rolling shotgun hard. And we're going to be talking about online offline marketing, the ultimate integration between strategies to get new clients. So, I think that pretty much says everything right in the title, Michael. But before we get into that, how are you, my brother? What's new? What's happening? And welcome.
I am good, Greg, and I just want to point out for those of you that are watching us today and those of you that are watching this recording, hello. It's exciting. Hi, Greg. Greg does not have a fake background on today. He is actually sitting outside in the real world. He's out of an office and he is sitting next to a wind chime of all things. So you are going to hear the wonderful California weather and the ding dong doo from that thing. He says there's chickens, but I haven't heard them. So I am excited about today's discussion, integration strategy. We talked last time a little bit, Greg, about Zillow and the fact that I love Zillow leads, still loving Zillow leads, and that's you don't. And now we want to talk about strategy for cold calling and how do you get new clients. And I'll tell you, I think that as a part of this conversation, I want to segment off how do you know the difference between a client and not a client? Because I think
so let's qualify what a client is.
Well, so sometimes for me, it's like I get talking to somebody and maybe they're interested, maybe they're like, they want to go look at houses, but they don't ever go to the next step.
What's the next step?
I'm sorry?
What's the next step in your mind?
Well, in the two particular cases that I'm working on right now, they don't talk to a lender.
Okay, so why are they not talking to a lender?
Well, that I don't know yet. I sort of asked the question and having that conversation, but again, these are coming to me as Zillow leads. So there's an approach they want you to take. They want you to get them out to the houses. They want you to show stuff so that the people become attached. And they found that this produces results. And there are cows going on behind you.
Now, those are two miniature Aussies that this is their domain. And we are chasing rabbits and squirrels and kitty cats. So that is what their duty is for the day.
I'm a city boy. They went by so fast and they're so small. I thought they were cows.
You are a city boy. Okay, so let's talk about this a little bit. So let's talk about online versus offline very, 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 very quickly. So, Michael, I want you to give me 3 things both on online and then 3 things offline that would be something that you would do realistically, that you would do to create new clientele both now and in the future. So would you start online or would you start offline? Where would you start?
Well, of course I'd start on mine. I don't like to go outside. I feel like I was doing a lot because I pulled the curtain around the other day so the dogs could see out the window. No.
Okay, so you're
online.
Like most human beings. You want to be online. You want to be a little bit like anonymous, but yet still want to get the clientele and then show what you can do and then bring them into the fold. Right?
Yes. So I do a few things. I did write a book about AI. I'm writing my second book right now about AI for real estate, and it's going to be about how the consumer can take advantage of AI, both to find their real home, the home they want to be in and live in, as well as looking at investment properties and the tools that are coming out. I mean, the problem that I have right now, Greg, is the stuff is going so fast. I write a chapter and then I'm like, oh, got to go back and rewrite that. So number one thing that I'm doing is trying to create value in other places. So I'm doing that from books. I'm doing that from blog articles. I'm doing that from participating in podcasts with other people. And I am just straight up marketing myself that way. Number 2 online, social media. Boom, boom, boom. LinkedIn, Facebook. I'm not real big on Instagram, but I am playing with some new tools that may make Instagram my new favorite. And we might have a discussion about that when I can make it work. My big one is really LinkedIn. That's where I get the most traction because I'm able to constantly bring up content without having to be too personal, which goes my nature. The number 3 thing that I have started doing, and this has been a real struggle for me, is I've been recruiting my sphere of influence to find me clients. I've been asking them, do they know anybody that wants to buy or sell a home? And this is something that's different than what I've always done in the past, because I've always thought to only one layer deep, right? And now I'm starting to get to the point where my sphere is, people that are looking at investment real estate, and I'm asking for that business in ways that I haven't done before.
Okay, so what I'm understanding here is that you're basically, overall what you're doing is you're going out and making relationships or reestablishing relationships with people that you know in your area. That's going to be the online side. So you have the online side to recreate those relationships. So offline, how do you take that? Let's say you do a post or a reel or a story or something like that. What in your thought pattern? How would you go online to offline, so you can go get them to a cup of coffee or a bagel or a breakfast or a lunch or a cup of coffee or a drink or something?
So you're going to love this one, Greg. The first thing that I have done in an offline kind of approach is I have hired a cold caller. And I say hired, but I've really started a strategic relationship where we're sharing some business in the market that matters to me. That cold calling is something that I don't know how to do. And so I am going to learn as they go through this, and I am going to gain work from that. I also have started hanging out at Phil's Coffee because they like me down there and they give me free coffee. So
if you guys don't know what Phil's Coffee is, it's like take like Starbucks as like the bottom rung of potency. Then you go to Pete's Coffee, middle rung. Phil's is at the top. It will burn your heart away because it's so freaking potent. But so Michael likes it, so he's at Phil's. Okay, rock and roll.
Wait, is it bad for you?
Oh, dude, I threw up the first and only time I ever drank there. I'm like, I can't take this stuff.
Okay, but it is potent. I have learned a few things. I do drink decaf, and I drink this thing with milk and mint, and they mull the mint into the bottom of the cup. So I almost feel like it's booze, and I can get it at 7 a.m. So it's mint, milk, and decaf coffee, and it's not so bad. I don't do it very often, but it's good. They also do tea. Which
let's talk about how you'd advise clients when you go to Phil's or anywhere else. Let's get back on track here really quickly. So I know you and I both have timelines, and a lot of us, the listeners are excited to learn how to go offline and online, and how do you put those together?
So one of the things that I always do is I take a binder that I have that has my real estate brand on the front. I take my book, I lay them out, I create my environment, and I literally go through Zillow and the MLS and other sources in this offline environment. So I'm constantly looking at data, and I'm not afraid to talk up people one-on-one in the coffee shop. And invariably it comes up because they're looking at the Ford method, right? They get to the occupation and they're like, hey, so you're in real estate? And then I'm okay talking it up. Offline, I have also started, and I don't know if you call this offline or online, Greg, but I have bought some names, addresses, and phone numbers from First American and email addresses, and I have been sending out handwritten notes with basic RPR CMAs. And I do get some response from them. It's generally been positive, but I find that they are well received. I did buy a auto pen so you can actually read the handwriting. It writes with a fountain pen, but it does really well. And then I don't have a third that I do offline, Greg. I'm
Well, that's totally fine. Let's knock this down a little bit. So So offline, online, excuse me. So we're doing respondents. So you're sending RPRs out, which is a real
Yep.
estate, centric, website, which you all know. Go to narrpr.com and you have access to it. Even if the first time hearing our voices or seeing our faces, it's an amazing resource. But the number one thing is just building that relationship. So what have you found to build the best relationship between two people, aka you and your clientele? Is it talking about the local shops, the local restaurants? Is it talking about local businesses, schools, school districting? I mean, right now we're on the election day of a Prop 50, which is going to be talking about redistricting zones here in California. There's a lot of contention about that. Everyone's kind of concerned, kind of see which way this is going to go. So, how does that play in as an active real estate professional, into your business when you talk to somebody and they're like, oh, what's going to happen with the school zoning? What's going to happen with this? What's going to happen with that? Do you get out there and you talk to them face to face, belly to belly, or do you just do it online?
So the majority of what I do is online, and I find that the things we end up talking about most are kids, pets, and very rarely property information.
So very rarely property information. It's a very interesting commentary there. What do you think it's only about kind of kids and the pets and the dog parks and the local baseball fields, soccer fields, like what's the school ratings and stuff like that? Why are people not talking about more intimate details in regards to where they're going to be potentially living?
So I probably don't. Well, I definitely don't know the right questions to ask. I know how to have the conversation once I'm engaged, but building that engagement is a struggle for me as a real estate agent to.
So let's play it out.
Convert. Okay, let's play it out.
Okay. So do you want me to be the agent or do you want to be the agent?
Oh, why don't we let the real agent be the agent and I'll be the consumer?
Oh, damn. Okay.
Because I know you're the king at doing this, and I'm terrible at role play. So
you're fine. Never say that out loud. Words have power.
Yep.
Okay. So here we go. I'm gonna call you. Ring ring.
I don't recognize the number. I'm probably not going to answer.
Just pick it up.
Hello, this is Michael.
Michael, Greg, you're your favorite real estate agent. How are you, brother?
Good. Greg, didn't know I had a favorite.
Hey, today you do, man. Today ends in a Y. This is my day, bro. Hey, I was talking with you and your wife. By the way, your kids are adorable. When we all got to meet up and go get coffee, I wanted to just quickly clarify a few things. When it comes to the location for your next purchase, what's more important? I have three different options here that I'm kind of pondering. Is it going to be location in regards to school and work? Is it going to be location to like amenities, or is it going to be location to family and friends? What's more important to you?
So, Greg, when we had this conversation the other day, we're probably not looking to move quite yet. We're a few years from retirement, and my kids are now both at college, so I'm okay there. I think our next move is probably going to be surrounding retirement. How are we going to wrap this up? Because I'm old.
You know what? I hear you, man. You don't look a day over 95. So you're looking good, brother. Here's the thing. When it comes to retirement and everything else, what kind of time frame are you looking at?
2 years.
2 years. What's important about 2 years for you?
Out of 2 years.
Pure curiosity.
I'm trying to look younger, so I flip my hat around, but I realize we're on the phone, so it doesn't matter. So 2 years for me is my wife will have been teaching for 35 years, and that just kind of rounds things out for us.
Okay, so 35 years, her teaching.
And her teaching ends, and the kids will both be out of college, at least the first 4 years. So my plan here, and you're going to love this one, my plan is to move where they can't find us.
Welcome to parenting.
Yeah.
So if I could drop a bag of cash in your pocket right now,
Ooh, bag of
and
cash.
you could pick any number to sell your home, and then we can help you find the next home where your kids can't find you. What would that number look like, and where would you ultimately want to be?
So I want to be near the beach. My wife and I both agree on that. I could care less where, and based on pricing, I'm probably looking Pacific Northwest, and she's looking SoCal. I think we're going to meet somewhere in the middle. We may end up in Pacifica. We may end up in, Monterey or, Marina or something down there. We just know we want to be near the ocean.
Okay, so we established ocean. Now we have to establish, time frames. Would it offend you if we found the most perfect house for you, after you talk to a lender and we figure out exactly that sweet point for the pricing, that you'd be willing to step forward and maybe put a renter in there for a little bit while you guys kind of get squared away on your side for the next 24 months?
That's probably not something we had considered, but if we found the perfect home at the perfect price, maybe. Obviously, I'm just like everybody else. I'm a little concerned about what's coming up with the market. What's going to happen with the economy. All of those things are weighing, and I don't know that we want to be a homeowner twice.
I completely respect that. I just wanted to ask the question in case something came up, because I have my team out there hunting for you like a hound dog hunting down a squirrel, right? Always chasing after what they love to find. So let's do this. Are you free today or tomorrow to sit down for a cup of coffee? Because I know you love some good strong coffee. You want to sit down and kind of go over some of the numbers and kind of see what's out there?
Yeah, let's hack it up and see what happens.
All right, I'm buying coffee. Is your beautiful wife going to join us? Does she want coffee or tea?
She'll be teaching.
She'll be teaching. She'll be doing her thing. Okay, so you and I, we're going to get together. We're going to get some coffee at Phil's, and we'll go from there, and I'll bring some docs. Sound fair?
Sounds good.
All right, so today or tomorrow, what's best?
Tomorrow. I got this podcast today, and, it just takes forever, and then I got to edit, and, it's terrible. So,
okay.
What time are you done with the chickens?
Shut up. The chickens will take care of their own damn selves. Shut your hole.
All right. So there's an idea of how it happens. I struggle to do that because it really feels
what?
It feels transactional to me.
Right. But you have to build a base of relationship at some point. Then you get into the whole scripting thing when you get into with somebody at a coffee meeting. Go through the Ford script, family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. That in itself will take care of all the kind of squeamish things in regards to, like, I feel uncomfortable or weird, because you actually ask questions about them and they love to talk about themselves. Now, all of a sudden, you just keep asking. We call going 3 deep. So, Michael, you say, like, I love Phil's coffee. Great. I would go, what kind of coffee? How long have you drank, this kind of coffee? Would you drink any other kind of coffee? What's been your favorite coffee in the entire world? I get into your brain about that, and that makes you feel important. That is scripting. It's pure conversation. Very simple.
When you're sending it my way, it's Blue Bottle. That's my favorite.
Blue Bottle?
Yeah. It's my favorite. But, I find their stores to be very, very small and crowded. Which might work great for you. I want to be able to flap my wings.
Oh, shut up. You're fine. You've been losing lots of weight. You're looking good.
You really
let's
talk
about this a little bit more. Let's take this offline. Now, besides coffee shops, so we decided that online, would you do, just to circle back very, very quickly, would you go back and would you do anything online that would be proactively different than what people are being told today?
Proactively different than what people, in an offline sense you're asking, or in an online sense?
Online.
So in an online sense, I do a lot of stuff that's different. One of the things that I've started working towards is I am focusing less on automating and more on authenticity. So I believe that there was a time, especially at the start of AI a couple of years back, where we all got in the habit of just doing constant posting on sites and everything, and there was no personal touch. One of the things that I'm trying to do more and more, Greg, is responding. I'm wishing people a happy birthday. I'm not just clicking the button on LinkedIn. I'm reaching out if I know their anniversary. And the secret for this, for me, is when I see your birthday pop up in my Facebook, I add it to my regular calendar.
Yeah, me too.
So next year, I know. And I don't always do it because sometimes you get it on your phone and it's like, I'm at 4,000, connections on LinkedIn. It becomes overwhelming. But what I feel like I've started to do is also strategize. I realize that my investment of time is going into the people that are most likely to bring me rewards, either personal or professional. They're bringing value to my life. And that sometimes means that if I have 10 people that I have to wish happy birthday to, I am skipping 5 of them that are realtors that I only talk to when I have a transaction.
All right. So that begs the question, why are you skipping the realtors?
I'm balancing the time.
You know, Facebook just like you just click a button and it sends different messages to different people.
To me, that's not authentic because everybody's clicking the same thing. I feel like I get the most recognition when I expand on something other than just the happy birthday. Boom.
Okay, so what you're saying is that you want to stand out, right?
I want to stand out. I don't want to just check the boxes.
Okay, so why don't let's step offline really quickly. How would you want to stand out offline if you were to send, let's say 10, well, this is now 10 people a happy birthday today, right? Online. How would you stand out to go say hi to them? And he's getting something from his cabinet as we speak. So we're going to get a interesting surprise here. How would you stand out? Would you go by and give them a gift card to get a free muffin or a cookie or a donut or a cup of coffee? Or
so
what are you holding up?
Craig, it starts with this, baby. Amazon is your friend. And let me tell you that on Amazon I think I spent $100 total and I got a bunch. I got
what?
Birthday cards, baby. Today's your birthday and happy birthday and happy birthday. Comes with envelopes and stickers and everything you need but stamps and addresses. And I spend time, I throw these on the auto pen so the envelope is handwritten. The card is handwritten. You can't read my writing, so I know it's cheating, but it's only half cheating.
Mike,
and I will do 20 of these at a time for everybody that I have addresses for, even if their birthday is later in the month. And then I put them in my calendar. Okay, this is what I'm going to do today. This is what I'm going to do tomorrow. And I think I bought 300 of these and here's the little stickers.
Nice.
And they were cheap. Okay, I got like 300 for less than $100. And there are, I want to say 20 designs in the box. So you get 5 of each card. So you do have to remember, but I get recognition because nobody sends birthday cards anymore. Nobody sends Christmas cards, that are handwritten and hand done. And it's just about forming that touch with people. And a lot of times I get a call that says, hey, thanks for remembering my birthday. How have you been?
Yeah.
And shit, then it's easy. Now I'm just on the, oh, I've been great. What are you doing now? Oh, I'm selling real estate. Those things come quickly.
They do, but how do you respond to folks? And I have the reason why I'm asking this is there's a detailed answer here. So when someone says, oh, what are you doing? You're like, I sell real estate. Do they recoil or do they lean forward?
Well, they're usually on the phone.
But you can hear the tonality shift.
Yeah, I think it's fairly neutral.
Okay. Do they ask you like, so how's the market? Or do they like, oh, that's great. Okay, let's talk about my new stocks I got from Costco.
Sometimes I get how the market is, and those people, you'd be impressed. I actually ask them if they want to go catch up, and I bring down information about their market. I know their address. So, I can figure out sometimes they're renters.
Right.
And I, hey, you're living in a $4 million house. You ready to buy one?
And they're like, yes, I'd love to buy one. All I have to do is afford it. I'm like, great, fantastic. Let's go talk to a lender. Let's get this whole ball rolling. By the way, do you guys like sake or do you guys like beer? What? Sushi. I want to go to get sushi with you guys. I have a hankering for some yellowfin tuna. Do you guys want to get some sushi with me?
Yeah, totally be good.
Yeah, great. I have this great place on 5th and Main. Have you guys ever been to this place? It's got a wait line out the door. No, we've always wanted to try it. Fantastic. You know what? Why don't I do this? I know the chef. I'll set up a table for us. What's good this week? Tuesday. Okay, Tuesday it is. Let's say 5 o'clock. We'll do an early dinner. Get you guys back to the kiddos or bring them with us, whatever, and let's have some fun.
Yeah,
it's that simple. So let's do this. We're at 25 minutes on this one. I want you to give me your top 3 online, top 3 offline, and then correlate them as quickly as possible. And then I'll give you my top 3 on both sides as well. Is that fair?
1, 2. Yeah, I think so. So top 3 online, real quick. Social media. Okay, I think this is the biggest return for the least amount of effort of staying connected with people that are in your audience and your sphere.
Okay, let's step back very quickly on this. Now, we were talking about posting like flyers for your open house. Are we talking about, going like, "Hi, this is blah blah
All
blah
of the above.
Back with ABC Real Estate Anywhere USA, and this is my new listing," or is it something different?
So one, I don't advertise too much on Facebook or social media in general. I will post a ad on LinkedIn when I have a new listing, and I invite everyone, and this is my secret, so don't anybody copy this. I invite everyone in my contact list of about 3,000 people to my open houses, and that's how I promote listings that I have. Okay, I might inquire, hey, can anyone help me? I'm looking for a house that meets this criteria. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Do those things all the time. I do not spam. I do not just randomly post, here's my new listing. I think that a lot of that sounds kind of braggy. And I think for me, I've often seen zero return on that.
Okay. Continue.
Ding dong. What am I supposed to do next?
Okay, so here's something I'm hearing is that you're doing a lot of self-promotion online, talking about kind of what you do, why you do it, how you do it, blah, blah, blah. What about doing something along the lines of, saying, "Hey guys, I'm going to be down at Phil's Coffee," since we mentioned Phil's Coffee earlier in this conversation. I'll be down at Phil's Coffee at 5th and Main Street here in Anywhere USA between 10 and 12, this morning on, Tuesday, October, whatever, November, whatever, pick a date and time. And then just say, "Look, I'll buy you a cup of coffee. Come down, just have a conversation with me." Look for the handsome man with the computer and the sign that says, "Ask me any questions about real estate." And then you get to have online, offline conversations at the same location. You got to get your caffeine fixed. So why not make it an event, right?
Sure.
And
okay, I can try that.
Anybody who responds to that or makes a comment on that, then you make a comment back onto their social media.
Sure.
If they have a reel or a story or something like that, you watch that, you comment it, you give it a thumbs up, you give it an emoji, blah, blah, blah. That gets you in their algorithm, which gets them in your algorithm. So now everybody's seeing each other more often. Then you can put a group together, go grab a tuna salad, sandwich, or go get a steak, or go get some seafood, right? You can create events online and then take them offline and really build that interconnection. Because when, let's say you have 3 other people plus you at a lunch and you guys are eating some great seafood or some fried chicken or something tasty, right? And everyone goes to the bathroom because they've been drinking a lot of water, blah, blah, blah. And you have 1 second to have a conversation with somebody on an intimate level going like, "Bro, how are you really doing, man? Like, what's going on? Like, are you thinking about buying, selling? How can I assist you? What value can I bring to your life?" Sure. And they open up for half a second. Then you get, the follow-up opportunity for a one-on-one. It's so simple to do, but we overlook the simplicity of it because we don't see the value in it, because we're like, well, we have to have the greatest and best, tech and greatest scripts or the greatest AI or whatnot. But reality speaking, it's the human to human conversation and that bond building that really brings you together with the other human being. Once you master that, and you don't have to be a master. I mean, shoot, all of us guys, I mean, we screwed up so many times. We tripped over our toes trying to talk to a pretty girl. The girls were so nice to us. They actually let us take them on a date. Then we went on a second date and then a third date. And then things maybe, spiraled forward in a good way. And you got engaged and got married and you got kids and you had a relationship. You can depend on somebody. That is a relationship.
Yeah.
Build a relationship. Then your business will flow to you.
I'll try.
You're going to do great. All right, Michael, give us your takeaway for this show. Let these folks get on their way. I know they are very busy.
Okay, my takeaway for this show is that AI is not the answer to every single thing out there as much as I would like it to be, and that I personally need to get out and make more one-on-one connections with people that form stronger and tighter relationships offline as opposed to just focusing about online.
Okay, so we're going to focus on offline, not online. Perfect.
There we go.
Well, Michael, I'm very thankful you asked me this. What are my 3 takeaways?
You have 3?
That's what she said. All jokes aside, and that's an inside joke between me, Michael and myself.
That is an inside joke.
I would say this. Number 1, turn your phone off while you're doing the podcast.
I did.
My
phone doesn't like me.
Number 1 would be this. Number 1 would be consistently and persistently curious about the other person that you're having a conversation with. Not about you. Nobody cares about you. Care about the other person. That's number 1. Number 2, don't stop when someone says no. Take that as an opportunity for a potential yes, and keep moving forward in the best, most ethical possible way you possibly can. Number 3, purely enjoy this process, because if you don't enjoy this process, then you're ultimately going to fail, because you're going to get burned out. You're going to get tired. You're going to give every excuse on God's green earth to not do these connections, when in reality, you have 365 days out of the year. So in reality, you have about 280 days of actual working time based upon weekends and holidays. So you have 280 opportunities to make a connection. If you make a connection with 5% or 1% of those people, your book of business will grow exponentially. Now, it's not going to happen next month, but it will happen over time if you consistently do this. Now, there are going to be days that really suck, and you don't want to go out there. You don't want to say hello, and you don't want to put the suit on or that dress on. You don't want to do your makeup. You don't want to put gel in your hair. You don't want to do everything you should do. But here's the thing. Winners always show up. Even when you're sick, when you're tired, when you're not feeling like up to it, you're mentally depressed, whatever. Get out there and have a good conversation. Bring joy to somebody else. The one saying I have, and this is where I'll leave it, Michael, and then you can take us home on this, is that this actually rang home for me pretty clearly about 2 weeks ago. It says, like, when you're not getting what you're asking for from the universe, maybe you are the answer the universe is giving to other people, because you bring value to their lives. And I sat there and I thought about that. I'm like, that might be something there on that comment. So don't be discouraged, ladies and gentlemen. Stay true, stay strong, keep charging, never stop, because you never know what impact you're going to bring to somebody's life purely by showing up. So, Michael, on that note, take us home, baby cakes. Let's make this thing rock and roll.
Hey, everybody, just want to say thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching this live. We are on YouTube. Like us. We are on Facebook. We are on LinkedIn. Anywhere you need to find us, please be sure to like and subscribe, and we will be back here for you soon. Greg, thanks again for a great show. I do appreciate it.
Hey, you know what, Michael? With you, brother, it's always a blast. Until next time, babies and gentlemen. What the heck am I talking about? Ladies and gentlemen. Freudian slips on live shows. Ladies and gentlemen, have a blessed, powerful day. Until then, boom, peace. We love you. I'll see you soon.
See you soon.